Do you wish to feel like God on earth? Well, it is very simple. You'll just have to ride the Avenger 220 Cruise and you will feel like one. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing well. And as you all know, today we have the Avenger 220 Cruise with us. And the tagline for Cruise is, feel like God. And you will feel like one when you ride this. Special thanks to Sai Service, Wakdewadi for providing us this bike for this review. And don't worry, because they are keeping your safety in mind and following all the guidelines issued by the government. They are checking your temperature as well as sanitizing the bikes. You can visit their dealership for best offers on Bajaj and KTM products. Now if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also go ahead and check out our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages and follow us there. So shall we begin feeling like a god? So let's begin from the front, because here you get to see a halogen headlight and LED DRLs. Along with that are the round turn indicators. Now the 220 Cruise gets multiple chrome accents, like you can see around the headlight, behind this wind visor and on multiple places on this bike, because chrome means premium and this bike is for your premium leisure. So it really complements the genre with this chrome accents. Along with that you get this big wind visor, so that when you are cruising around 80 or 100 you won't feel the wind blast on yourself, helping you go long distances without increasing the fatigue. Now keeping you comfortable on this bike are the suspensions. So in the front you have telescopic front forks and you get a 90/90 section tire mounted on a 17-inch spoke wheel. And we all know that spoke wheels are easy to repair when you bump it somewhere. And then there is this 280mm disc brake in the front with single channel ABS. Because as you can see, the rake angle of this bike is slightly higher than the other bikes, and hence when you press the front brake hard, the front tire locks up and tends to skid, which can be harmful for you. So a single channel ABS does the job well. Rest we'll see in the ride section how it performs. Now as we all know, it is a cruiser bike and that cruiserness can be seen from every angle on this Avenger. So this Avenger is available in two colors. The one is this brown color and the other one is the black color. And it gets a 13-liter fuel tank and has a claimed fuel efficiency of somewhere around 40 kmpl, which you can easily achieve when you are cruising on the highways. Making this cruising possible is this 220cc SOHC 2-valve engine, which is oil cooled and is mated with a 5-speed gearbox. The maximum power generated by this engine is 19 PS at 8500 rpm and the peak torque is 17.5 Nm at 7000 rpm. The Avenger 220 Cruise gets a single seat. Now it is a step-up seat, but it is a very comfortable seat. A big giant seat for the rider and a good comfortable seat for the pillion with a backrest. Now making it more comfortable are the twin shock absorbers. Now at the rear you get a 130/90 section tire mounted on a 15-inch spoke wheel. So it is a very thick tire for great comfort. Along with that you have a 130mm drum brake in the rear. So the Avengers do not get a disc brake in the rear because it is not at all needed. And then is this chrome finish side hung single barrel exhaust. Let's check out how it sounds. The Avenger 220 Cruise gets a ground clearance of 169 mm, which is decent enough for rough roads or even small off-roads. And the complete bike weighs 163 kgs, so it is not that heavy bike. Now when you get to the rear, you get to see Avenger branding on the backrest as well as halogen tail light and halogen turn indicators. Now let's hop onto the saddle and check out the instrument cluster. The saddle is very big and comfortable and the saddle height is 737 mm. So it is a short rider friendly bike and I can easily get both of my feet on the ground, and if you are above 5, you can easily ride this bike. Now let's check out the instrument cluster. So this bike gets a completely digital instrument cluster with a slightly bluish backlit. Now as you can see, on the top is the digital speedometer, then you have the odometer, trip meter and a side stand indicator along with digital time. And then you have in the center is the fuel gauge. And that's it. There is no tachometer because it is not needed. You might be thinking, what about the indicators? The indicators are on the tank. So you have the Bajaj logo which glows all the time. Then you have the EFI malfunction, ABS, neutral and turn indicators as well as high beam. Now coming to the handlebar, so you have the kill switch, the DRL switch. So right now it is on DRL and this goes into the headlight mode. So right now it is on DRL and this goes into the headlight mode. The self start switch. On the left hand side is the pass switch, the headlight control, the turn indicator control and the horn. So it is a very loud single tone horn, but if I remember correctly, the BS4 one had a dual tone horn. Let me know in the comment section below if I am right. Along with that, you have this big chrome finished mirrors which give you a good view of your back, so no problems in that. And now it's time for us to take this cruise on the city roads of Pune and some highways. Not really a cruise, but we'll see what we can do. But remember, before you go on a ride, always wear your helmet and follow all road safety rules.
On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up, way up.
The comfort on Avenger has never been questionable. It gives you a feeling of a sofa, in fact a recliner sofa, because of the forward set foot pegs, raised handlebar and a giant seat for the rider. And this seat is very cushiony and comfortable. The riding posture is very relaxing, and with the help of the big wind visor, the wind blast is reduced, making it even more comfortable at high speed. There is no stress on the back or the shoulders. This is perfectly meant for cruising, and it behaves like one too. The engine has good power and torque to offer, good enough to fire up the cruiser. The motor is now very smooth and refined thanks to the BS6 norms. The power delivery is linear and you can still feel that punch in the low rev range. The mid-range also pulls well. However, there is no top end as such. It usually exhausts out at the top. But it is a cruiser and you need not pull it like a maniac. The engine is also relaxed like the bike and should be used accordingly. The gentle ride will deliver good fuel efficiency as well as a comfortable riding experience, because the vibrations are dialed down to the minimum in this new Avenger Cruise, and the fuel injection keeps the fuel flowing in every terrain. It gets a 5-speed unit which is good and precise, gives a clicky feel every time you shift. The long gear lever helps to shift gears easily while maintaining the comfortable posture. The gearing ratio is tall, so you need not shift frequently. The clutch is good, however I felt it was slightly stiff. It is okay for cruising because you put it in 5th gear and cruise along, but for time consuming city traffic it might be a pain. Since the introduction of single channel ABS, the brakes have become even better because the front wheel locking problem has disappeared, and with that it gives you more confidence. Both the brakes in combination work well. Some might say that this bike needs a disc in the rear, but I feel drums do a great job. And it goes without saying, the increased disc size in the front stops the bike even more quickly. The suspension setup is on a lighter side, making the riding experience best for you. The bike very well absorbs bumps and bad roads. Definitely few travel back to you, but with this good cushioning of the seat, it is just smooth. No issues at all. Despite of having a softer suspension setup, the stability of the bike around 100 km/h is very well maintained. It is just glued to the road and gives you an immense pleasure of cruising. I like the build quality and performance of the bike. It will be stupid to expect sports capability from this one, but cruising? Well, it does it just fine. No issues at all. The power and torque is good, and so is the comfort. I would like to see few more upgrades on the Avenger, but for now, this is good. So our ride with the Avenger 220 Cruise has come to an end, and it is definitely a good cruiser because it gives you a good comfortable posture as well as can cruise around at 80-100 easily. So you can get this too at just rupees 1.22 lakhs ex showroom Delhi, and then you can go around cruising, whether it is a weekday or a weekend, your wish. With that said, our review has come to an end. I hope you did like this video. Do give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also go ahead and check out our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages. If you have any doubts or any queries, you can always leave it in the comment section below, or you can directly get in touch with us on our social media pages. We'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.